Alright, we are live. Hopefully, you could hear me. This is a test stream I'm doing right now. One of my coworkers recommended me to stream on YouTube, and I've had issues with it in the past. But now, thanks to Eric at NTI Compass or Generic Computers, um, I now have a new gaming PC, so let's get it. So, as the test game, I was kind of thinking we could play Sonic 2 and Knuckles, one of my childhood favorites. And it was actually a game I've been meaning to play on Switch, but I haven't really been doing so well on Twitch. I mean, it's usually after it's up, it'll get some views, I do decent there, but live, So, yeah, I know it's kind of spur of the moment, but I'm just making sure this works while I got some time. Just wanted to turn the audio down for a minute. Now I want to put this in full screen, but I don't want to mess it up. Uh, maybe throughout the stream at some point I'll try that. That's one thing that's always been kind of weird about me streaming is not not being able to play in full screen mode. So I don't know. I think this is a test stream. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, it looks good on my end. In the past, OBS has kind of like screwed up my whole setup doing this. So let's see what happens. Looks like it's the same. Yeah. Okay, so if it looks weird, I apologize. I'm gonna go complete the stage real quick, and then I'll go look on my phone, see what's going on. I could go check on Xbox, see what it looks like. Let me just finish this stage. Anybody just joining or watching this after it's done, I can possibly take some game requests. I mostly play retro, but I do have a newer computer, so I can play some newer stuff, kinda. Maybe in the future I might start doing some Pokemon streams too. I do have a lot to say about Scarlet and Violet. Ugh. Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna check on my Xbox, see how it looks while it's live. I might even try to play it, see if it's like that good, where I can actually play it in real time. But yeah, let's talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet real quick. So, I've been playing Pokemon since the beginning. Of course, it would help if I had my Xbox controller. I've been playing Pokemon since Gen 1, back in middle school, and I loved it. I loved playing, Blue was my game of choice for Gen 1, and then I got Silver for Gen 2. Eventually, at one point, I did have all Gen 1 and Gen 2, including Pokemon Green. I don't remember if it was like the official Japanese release or if it was like back then. I don't think I had there weren't really repos or any of those like bootleg games. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks fucked up in full screen. Great. Alright, well, that's why we're testing this. Let me see what happens if I do this in real time. Of course, it's a little bit behind. So what we'll do, at least you can kind of hear me. That's a good thing. Um, Fun part about OBS is getting everything set up. I don't know why it does that. Does anybody, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like I have really anyone in chat yet. But I've always kind of had this problem with OBS. You know, I set up my layout and then I want to play the game at full screen instead of windowed. Any input on how I could like do that where I could play it full screen but it keeps the layout without screwing it up? It might be because I'm doing window capture. I mean, for me, it's just kind of weird. It's always been, where's my mouse? It's always been kind of weird looking at like the OBS setup in the game. But let me just make sure live on stream it looks okay. And well, it looks great. It does look great. So anyway, getting back to Pokemon real quick. I've been playing for a long time, Gen 1, Gen 2. I played a little bit of Gen 3, and then I was kind of like, I don't know. I loved Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. Was hoping the console games would continue in that direction. Now it's kind of, sort of, well, now it's beyond that pretty much. But everyone wanted basically like the modern Pokemon games we have now. Everyone wanted that on N64 and GameCube. So in that sense, it's awesome that we now have that. Of course, I can't. Hold on. Make sure to turn off the Xbox controller so I don't kill the battery. But yeah. So I've been wanting to get back into Pokemon. I mean, I've been wanting to play Shield. Me and my girlfriend, we have a Nintendo Switch Lite. I don't know, I just can't get into the handheld thing. I would rather just play with a controller on my bed. So there's that. And let me get the mouse away from the X, just in case. Anyway, my thing is, it's 2022, and when I look at the newer games, they look like not much has changed from GameCube. I could understand for like the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, you know, stuff like that, maybe even Sword and Shield. Arceus should have been, I mean, they improved upon a lot of stuff, they tried out some new stuff, you know. But when I look at this game and I see the issues it has, it just feels like, you know, Scarlet and Violet, I'm like, it just feels and looks so rushed. I mean, I haven't actually played it, but I've watched people play it. I've watched beat 'em ups play it, Purple Cliff play it. I'm sure there's other people I like to watch on YouTube that are gonna play it. I was thinking of doing like a little video, kind of like a tribute to some of my favorite YouTubers. Not that they need the help, but kind of put them out there like as a thank you, like I appreciate what you guys do. You know, I really like anyone that could help me forget about how stressful life can be sometimes. And I can just watch them and just forget the bullshit I have to deal with. and be entertained. That's the whole point. I mean, my thing of doing this YouTube stuff is to mainly relive my childhood, share my childhood experiences, my favorite retro games, because I still like playing them. I do like the newer games, it's just, I like the older games because you could just hop in and play. You don't have to sit through stupid tutorials. You don't have to sit and tap the A button a billion times to get through 100 cutscenes. Like, last year, it's not really modern, but it's newer. I was trying to get into the Yakuza series because I got the Game Pass on Xbox, right? And I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know, it's a more modern beat-em-up game. It has a pretty cool story behind it. It takes place in Japan. You know, I always wanted to go to Japan, so why not? Oy. And at first it was pretty cool, but then I found myself in these cutscenes and I'm sitting there tapping the A button. I'm like, I just want to play. That's how I am. I just want to play. I don't want to sit there. You know, if I want something more story driven, you know, I'll maybe play some like Final Fantasy. That's a series I never really took the time to get into. So that's another reason why I like doing these live Let's Plays and streams. So I could experience new games with other people. They could watch me play and, you know, we could share experiences. You could watch someone like me playing it for the first time. Now, if you're just joining, this is not my first time playing this. I played this since I was a kid. This is my childhood right here. I forgot about that. Certain parts, you can't jump on them. It's the damn hitbox. But, this is one of the most, this and like Streets of Rage and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 are definitely my most played Genesis games. My favorite consoles are, in no order, probably like PS2, Genesis, N64. Those are my top 3. I do like Super Nintendo. I didn't have one growing up. My cousin, my uncle had it, so I got to play it. I wanted one, and getting into emulators and stuff years later, I discovered a whole bunch of games, so I definitely like that one. NES, of course. Of course, I missed the ring box. Ugh, timing was off. You know what's crazy? Like, I actually tried playing, I forget where this goes. It's going through, nice. I actually tried playing Sonic 1 with Knuckles, like, a while ago on a stream, and it was a lot harder than I remembered. Then, I think it's also the fact that the game wasn't really meant to have Knuckles. Like now, I think in the new modern collections, there's ways to get Knuckles, like the mobile game, I think, and the recent collection that came out can allow you to play as Knuckles, but it just adds to the game. Anyway, so going back to Pokemon, it's just, you know, I was pretty excited with all the hype for Scarlet and Violet, but it's just the game to me, from what I've seen, feels dated. It feels rushed. And I'm sure a lot of people agree. I mean, I'm watching it with my girlfriend and she's excited for the game. And I wanted to be too. I want to get back into Pokemon. Like I said, I haven't really played since Gen 3. And I've been wanting to get back into it. So just seeing that, how it's rushed, how it looks dated, how you can't change your freaking costume? What? You know, like, I've been playing games for a long time, and I keep telling my girlfriend, you go back to like N64, the wrestling games, which I have a video coming out soon of reviewing a bunch of wrestling games. I love wrestling besides retro games. So you go back to even like WWF Warzone, you go back to WWF Attitude, even like The Sims, the first one, you could customize the crap out of your characters. And this is like late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, I don't have enough ranks. So, I look at, you know, even the Disney game that recently came out, Starlight Valley, I'm not really too keen on playing that because for me it looks like kind of like a fetch quest. But the one thing I do love about the game is they got the customization pretty down pat. I love customizing characters. You know, I love being able to put my personality, my taste, whatever, into the character I'm playing as. Whether I want to play as, whether I want to make it look like myself, you know, or if I just want to make up someone random. If I want to make somebody look really ridiculous just for laughs. Or if I want to make somebody like make me but make me like really buff type thing, you know. Something, you know, stupid shit. I like having the option of doing that. Or, you know, some people, some guys will create a girl, their dream girlfriend or whatever, or a girl will create their dream boyfriend and play as them. You know? But in 2022, to limit customization, really? Especially in a game like this, the one thing I do like about the new ones, Scarlet and Violet, is this more multiplayer. I think there's some kind of co-op thing. And I'm assuming it goes online. I mean, it's 2022, why not? Even though Nintendo Switch's online is lackluster, from what I heard. You want to be able to customize your character. I mean, so you could stand out, you know? So you could really show off your personality, you know? When you're playing against your friends or a stranger. But it is what it is. If I had more free time, I would totally do a video on it. But then at the same time, I feel like it's only fair if I actually have the game and I'm playing it. So anyway, like I said, I am going to be doing a new Game Inspector coming soon. It's actually an episode I was supposed to do a while ago, like beginning of the year. And at one point, NTI Compass, Eric, or Generic Computers, was supposed to be in it. We were gonna try and do something, but you know, it was kind of like when he came down, because right now I'm in Florida, he's in New York, so when he came down, it was kind of like I didn't really have a chance to plan too much stuff, and I was still trying to juggle my work schedule. So what the hell? Oh, you gotta, I think this is where you gotta go on the very end. There we go. Now I gotta wait for it to come back down. Awesome. So yeah. Now I was looking at the project file. A lot of the old footage I filmed. I may keep some of it, but a lot of it's just gonna have to be redone. And now Project 64 seems to be working better. And now I actually have, well actually back then I had my N64 too. The problem was with the computer I had, the capture card and everything, when I would try to record the footage in OBS, it would come out very flickery. So I was like, I can't release it like this. Like I released the trailer. Maybe some people didn't notice as much, but I noticed like it's just certain parts are flickery. I'm like, So I kind of put it aside. I said, let me try something that works. I did Wave Race, another childhood favorite, and that worked. So I went with that. And I said, let me wait. And then this thing with Eric was coming up. You know, I can build you a computer, da, da, da. You know, I was telling him, like, hey, I got this computer, but it just sucks, I can't do too much. I can't, you know, do what I want to do. Even streaming something like this before was extremely laggy. Now it seems like it's doing a little bit better. I figured, let me come on here on YouTube and stream some of the big time people that I watch. Kind of switch to YouTube. I have subscribers, I have somewhat of a built up audience on here, so hopefully they like my content enough where they'll come hang out. You know? It's my chance to actually interact with my subscribers like live. By the way, I don't know if you guys are commenting, but my chat's not showing anything, my chat in OBS. So I don't know if it's just not showing anything or if you guys aren't commenting. So I apologize in advance. I think I did better this time. Did I get it? Finally. So I don't know how long I'm gonna play through this. I might just do a stream on Twitch as well. Just to make sure it works, just to set it all up. I don't even know if this is gonna be edited into into anything. I remember there was like a trick you could kind of squeeze. Was it this one? There was like a trick I used to do where you could like squeeze into the wall and then it would push you all the way to the end. Do I go that way? Shit. I think you have to be up. Yeah, there we go, I did it. If you guys didn't know about that trick, now you know. I was afraid it was gonna kill me. Oh shit, fuck. They didn't even give me a chance to jump. Alright. Okay, cool, I got 99 rings. I thought they were gonna start me with none. Well, now you guys get to see me do the trick again. That one probably would have killed me. Oh, that's not the one. Shit. I never noticed that. I don't know if you guys saw that, that extra life that was like in the corner. I've never noticed that. Hey, it's the level from the intro of Season 2 of the Game Inspector. Oh, dodge that. That's how messed up this level is, you can still die. If you're not paying attention. Doing a little post-level workout. So also at some point, me and my girlfriend are gonna play some Mario Party. She likes Kingdom Hearts, but she's only really played the third one. So now with this computer, and I already tested it, you can play Kingdom Hearts 1. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta jump on them. I forgot. It's been a while. I always thought it was cool that looks like the guy from the cartoon. I always used to wonder, like, okay, he's in it, but where's the chicken guy? I don't think the chicken guy is in this. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, because you go through here and it's literally shot me before. So, yeah, but speaking of newer games, I plan on getting AEW Fight for Forever, and granted everything goes smoothly, I'll be streaming that. So, the only thing I have to test out the capture card to make sure I can stream from my Xbox, you know, with the webcam and everything. Oh shit. I forgot about those things. I gotta say though, with the retro Sonic games, this is probably my favorite. Shit. This is definitely the one I played the most. But I will say, the best Sonic game on Genesis is probably Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Just because so many levels, there's the save feature. But for me personally, I like the second one the best. Let me see. What? I was actually gonna try, because I don't know if you could do in this game, but you could like spin and yeah, you can. Okay. Yeah. Can I reach that? Nope. I didn't hit the arrow, I hit like the stick. Oh, that's some bullshit. Oh, real quick, I don't know if anyone noticed this as a kid, but look at Dr. Robotnik. If you kind of pretend he has one eye and his beard is like a beak, doesn't he look like a duck? Like, I used to see that when I was a little kid, and I was like, wait a minute. It looked like it's a beak and it's the one eye facing the other way. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he's looking left, yeah. I just ruined your childhood. I used to see that back in the day. I used to think that, like, why does he look like that? Oh, I was trying to get to the top. Alright, let me go check on my phone and see how we're looking. Oh, this is a good level too. Alright. Well, my phone is not charging. Maybe my plug is not in. I don't know if anybody has this issue. You know, the phone not charging to the point where you have to close everything and reset it just to get it to charge. Like, as the hurricane used to say, what's up with that? Anybody know? Comment down below. Yay, it was a fun time. Yeah, it looks great. Two people are watching. What's up, two people? Two more people than Twitch. Okay, that's cool. Well, that's good to know that it is doing a lot better. Eric, if you're one of the two people, comment down below. Joey, if you're one of the two people, comment down below. I'm looking at my microphone like if it's the camera. I gotta get used to this because anyone who's seen my previous like Twitch streams, I usually have everything on my other screen. But now that I can use HDMI again, I have it on the bigger screen, so now I kind of shifted everything to the right, and it's kind of like just out of, I don't know, just out of habit, I'm still looking like in the wrong spot. So I apologize. I do need to kind of figure out a better place for the webcam. I might have like a little tripod somewhere that I think I had for my phone, so I might have to like rearrange it. Right now I'm just making sure it works. So let me just let Eric know. YouTube. Well, I'm pretty glad this is working out because I've tried streaming on YouTube before. So for anybody that's kind of been watching my live streams from Twitch on YouTube and you're like, why don't you just stream here? It's because it never worked. It would be super laggy, super buggy, and it just didn't want to work. Now I got a really good computer thanks to generic computers. By the way, Eric, dude, you should have let me know when you changed your name because it's like I went to post the computer video and I'm trying to tag you at NTI Compass and it wasn't working. And I'm like, the hell? Did you guys' channel deleted? Like, what happened? And then I had to go look you up and then I noticed it was different. And on Twitch, I don't even know where your not Twitch. On you should probably change your Twitch, by the way. You know, Twitter. I'm trying to tag you and stuff, and I'm like, the hell? I even tried Jen, Eric, you know, but then you can't put a dash. But I forgot to use the other dash, so it's like when I'm on my phone, I gotta go look. Okay, real quick, I just want to share this, at least with like, I don't know, Facebook. And I apologize about the video picture. I hope I could change it once it's done. But this is a test run, so it's kind of like uh, it's fine. There was somebody else that I actually found on YouTube that streams some mostly Sega games. Um, Wait, what? Yo, Joey, I don't know if you're watching. Dude, is this true? Is this freaking true? Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Tommy from the Power Rangers? What? What? Well, if you didn't know, now you know. That I'm in shock right now. I really hope this is a joke. Wow. Like how? Like wasn't that dude still doing stuff? Like I remember he was doing MMA for a while, and he made a couple comebacks to Power Rangers. By the way, I'm pretty pissed. You know, me and my girlfriend recently got Netflix, and we started watching Power Rangers, and I wanted to show her some of the other seasons because she didn't really watch much. She only really watched Mighty Morphin. I was like, oh well, you know, you gotta check out Dino Thunder is one of my favorites. I thought, you know, 'cause she's kind of into magic and stuff. I was like, you know, maybe you should check out Mystic Force. So we went to go look at the seasons. It only had 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin. So I don't know, because I do know some of the newer ones are on Netflix, but like you gotta search for them. The way it used to be last time I had Netflix was just Power Rangers was just all together, and you could just, you know, jump around different seasons, you know, different sagas of Power Rangers, I guess you would call it. Anyway, so let me just go charge my phone. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this because we got some people hanging out, not really talking much, but they're hanging out, so that's cool. Um, See, I used to stream on Bigo Live, and I did it really ghetto. I would take my phone, capture the screen, but I would have maybe on a slow day 60 people. On a random day, like it would jump up to 200, and I would just be there, just having a blast, just being an ass, and playing games, having fun. That's why I like doing this, you know. So, yeah. So if you guys like retro gaming, you like gaming in general, if you like wrestling, please subscribe. It must really be annoying for some people to constantly hear everyone saying, "Oh, I need you to subscribe. The subscriber counts aren't where they should be." Da-da-da-da. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle for us, especially us smaller streamers. And I had the partnership too. Like that's what's crazy. And I got locked out of my channel. If you watch my channel, this one, then you know. It is what it is, so I'm just trying to build this one up. Okay, I forgot how to get out of here. Alright. I always thought this was a really creative level back in the day, like just the design and the background, like the cityscape alone is pretty badass. But just to do a whole casino theme level, like I don't think anyone's really done anything like that back in the day, or even to this day. Has there been a Mario game with a casino stage? I don't think so. Speaking of Mario, anyone that saw my Twitch stream of me playing the OG Super Mario Brothers, I don't know if I actually had a chance to download it, so I don't know if it's going to be made into a Game Inspector Live. It was a pretty good playthrough. I do want to do more. I've been wanting to play the Super Mario Advance games. Because like I've beaten 1, 2, and 3 back in the day, but I've wanted to go through and play the advanced ones, just so I could, besides the graphics, kind of just see like what else has changed. So that's something else I've been wanting to play. See, now I can play a bunch of games that I've always wanted to play. Like when I was younger, I mentioned this in one of my videos, I wanted a Sega Saturn. So, one of the main reasons I wanted it is Virtual Fighter, that I played, but then they also released a game called Fighters Mega Mix, which was kind of like Smash Brothers before Smash Brothers. And I was like, I gotta get that. To this day, I don't think I've never played it. Now I can play it. You know? Because I mean, I think to actually buy a Sega Saturn now is crazy expensive. I don't even want to think about how much the game is by itself. Like, that's gotta be like hundreds of dollars just for the game, and then you gotta find controllers and the wires if you didn't get it with the console. I'll just play it on the PC. And by the way, I was supposed to do, tell anyone wondering, a Halloween special. I was planning on it. I had some ideas. At one point, I was gonna review. I usually don't like to spoil the episodes, but to anyone that's watching now, you get a little spoiler, a little insider tidbit. I was actually gonna do a game called Nightmare Creatures for N64, which is one of the very few horror games on the N64 and one of the very few M-rated games on the N64. I don't remember how I originally got it. I want to say one of my friends from like middle school, high school, let me play it, and then I was just blown away like how crazy it was being on the N64. Yeah, I think one of my childhood friends, Paulo, originally got it for me, I think. It's not gonna work. The only thing I always hated about the game, it's a good game, but it's pretty much the fact that you gotta like memorize a combo system. Cause there was one time a long time ago I got bored and I skipped all the way to the last boss just to see like, oh, could I beat it? And you literally, the only way to kill the final boss is you have to use combos. It's not even the fact that it takes too long or whatever, that you need combos. You are required to kill the last boss only with combos. That's the only way you hurt the boss. So that kind of made me like, damn, now I don't even want to try to beat the game. You know, like, I have to memorize combos. Like, some of them in the beginning are easy, but that just kind of ruined the experience for me. But overall, it's a really cool game. I mean, you get to hack and slash zombies and monsters and just beat the shit out of them. So, you know, it's really cool. It's almost like I can't really say it's a beat 'em up. It's more like a hack and slash, but you get to beat up zombies and shit. The second one I never played, but I heard was absolute trash, which is a shame, because most sequels should just be you take what's good about the first game and make it better second time around. Fix anything that needs to be fixed, and that's it. But some people, you know, they want to just change it up. They want to change it up too much. You know, like they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. If it worked the first time, just, you know, change up the story, change up the villains, change up the main characters, you know, for certain things. I don't know. I actually don't think I really like it when they do that. Alright, hold up. Shifting the turbo. Anyone knows what that's from? Comment down below. I actually didn't. I don't remember if I didn't really get into that season. I think that was the one. It might have been Zeo. We're talking Power Rangers. I think that was the one where like the kid came over and took over for Billy or somebody, and I got pissed. I was like, And then I thought it was silly too, how like when he morphs, he would morph from a kid, and then the suit would be a man. So if you don't know this, in Japan, that's where all the fight footage comes from. They had a series called Super Sentai in Japan. So what they did was, I don't even know where to go. that leads into that, but I can't reach the top. So anyway, Power Rangers in Japan is Super Sentai, if you don't know. Obviously, the actors and actresses who do the fight scenes are different people. So obviously the Blue Ranger for that season in Japan is a grown-ass man. So it's just funny that they have to morph him like, and now he's the other guy. It's just like, you know, oh, a bunch of rings. I'm rich. I just hit the jackpot, baby. Baby. I really hope Adam Cole, for anyone into wrestling, I really hope he can wrestle again. I mean, I think he's younger than me. I'm not sure. I'm 35. I could be wrong. He could be about my age. I don't know how old he is, but you know, I just feel like he hasn't really hit his prime yet. He's good. Hasn't really got there yet, and it's like, damn, that sucks. That's why I hate it when people hate on wrestling. Oh, it's fake. It's scripted. These people are really getting hurt. Is there an elevator? I'm just gonna do this because I'm Knuckles. I now remember kind of getting lost in this stage. You take one wrong turn and then you get lost. I think I went this way. No, this is different. Yeah, now I think I'm going the right way. I don't know if anyone's seen my stream of me playing Pokemon Green on Twitch. Sir? No? Okay. I was kind of considering playing through all the older gen Pokemon games. I've beaten Pokemon Blue. I might have beaten like a translated hack of Pokemon Green on the computer. Oh crap, I think I'm stuck again. Okay, no, we're going the right way. But yeah, I was gonna finish off Pokemon Green and then jump to maybe Silver. God. Just think about it, like I remember when Gen 2 came out and I was able to play them on the computer already. And I went and got the Japanese version and it was just that's what I'm saying, going back to the Pokemon thing, I was so hyped for Pokemon back in the day. You know, like to the point where I would go search the internet for like the Japanese version and I wouldn't give a shit what they're saying. I'm just like, whatever, I kind of know how to play, you know. And then I would get then the American version would come out. I actually owned, I owned Blue and I owned Silver. And then eventually I got Red, Yellow. I think I had Gold at one. Yeah, I had Gold at one point. I had Crystal. That's kind of where they started doing all the third versions where it's like improved. Crystal had it where it had a couple extra animations and you could play as a girl. Or some people online say grill. Like, what? You gonna grill something outside? Like, what's up with that? I never understood that. Like, one coin short. I mean, one ring short. It's all good. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this should be close to the boss, I think. This might be the boss. This is the boss. Oh, I hate this one. Because the freaking stage is, the area is just so big. That's what she said. Did I get him? I guess so. Fuck. So yeah, I was kind of thinking of doing like a series of Pokemon games, just playing through them all. Cause I've been wanting to go back to Gen 3 to play it and like beat it. Got him. Oh, okay, now I got this. I forgot you could do that. Fatality. Well, I'm glad this works. I'm glad. So if you guys want to see me do more Pokemon games, I don't even know if I got to download that one either, now that I think about it. Because a lot of my last streams on Twitch were kind of like spur of the moment things. I was just trying to do a couple last streams on the old computer. Why did I do that? Well, shit. So, I don't know if I have them downloaded. The ones I'm missing was like a Super Mario Brothers, the Pokemon Green. There might have been another one. I decided not to upload the Sonic one on Knuckles. I didn't think it came out good. By the way, if you want to follow me on Twitch, Samster 516. Talking about my Twitch, I'm not even, you know, I can't put the thing. I could actually, I should do that. Well, now that I know that this works and this works on YouTube, I'm definitely gonna rearrange my whole layout. Once I start getting people regularly coming in and chat and coming to hang out, I'll put a chat box. I don't want to do it yet because it will look really depressing, you know, with no one coming in to hang out. So, but you know, once I build this up a little bit, we'll see. Get out of here. Oh, I remember that guy. Where do I go? Oh. Okay. Oh. Since I'm on here, another thing I can talk about. Anybody watching wrestling fan? What do you guys think about the whole CM Punk drama? Alright, so anybody that's been with me since back in the day would know this would have been a Samster shoot. If you want to see what the Samster shirt would look like now, if I kept doing it, it would look like the YouTuber, I want to say his name is Argo. It's this guy that has a microphone, headset, has a background, and he does wrestling news topic stuff. You know, wrestling news. That's pretty much how I'd want the Samster shoot to look like. I always had a goal, like it would be cool to have kind of like the ESPN Sports Center kind of setup. Not like a full legit studio, but like to make it look like that. To have a suit, you know, something, and be like, hey, Samster, welcome to the Samster shoot, da, da, da. You know, and make it look a news thing, where it'd be like, another news, CM Punk is a crybaby, you know, like, it's a whiny bitch. And that's how I feel about it. He's a whiny ass bitch. It sucks too, because I used to be big time CM Punk fan. I was so excited when he came back. So excited. And he had some good matches. And I looked at it too, like, wow, Punk really has landed in a good wrestling company. He was all over the intro on Rampage Dynamite. He wanted to wrestle the younger talent. He got to do that. He got to wrestle some awesome people. And he was having good matches. You know, Daniel Bryan and, Bryan Danielson and a bunch of people came in. I was like, wow. They were doing the whole Ring of Honor stuff. They still are. I figured at some point CM Punk would, pop up at a Ring of Honor show. Everything was looking so good. And then, I don't know, he just started becoming a whiny bitch again. Now, granted, the first time around in WWE, I felt like it was somewhat justified because they weren't wanting to push him. He was over as hell in WWE, and they didn't want to give him the ball. They kind of did, but I don't know, it was like, really wrestling should be, if you're over and you're a good wrestler, they should push you. It should be simple as that, unless you're showing up late, or unless you're a dick backstage, there's always factors. But if you're over, and you're good, you're gonna sell merchandise, you're gonna make the company money. Now, I've never been in the wrestling business. Backyard wrestling doesn't count. But, it just kind of seems like common sense. Anyway, he was having a good run in AEW. Then eventually, we all knew he was gonna end up in the title picture, and he did. And then, I don't know, it seems to me like he finally got everything he wanted to get when he was in WWE. People were actually treating him like a main eventer, all that stuff, and it just seems to me like he was still miserable. Okay, so what? The younger talent don't want to listen to you. Younger talent, younger people sometimes don't want to listen because they're immature and they don't know any better. So, from what I heard, CM Punk was the one that kind of initiated the fight. He was talking all that shit. Actually, about a week ago, I went and watched that whole conference thing with him and Tony Khan. And I'm just sitting there the whole time and CM Punk is just, I'm just like, what's wrong with this guy? But I think what it was is Colt Cabana, the whole thing, and the internet dirt sheets, he seemed really, really mad about that. That they were talking about the Colt Cabana stuff. And I feel like that's kind of what added fuel to the fire. And then there was just other shit bothering him and he just lashed out. And then when he said, oh, if you have a problem, come see me. Now, I want to believe in a way he maybe meant like, come talk to me, like let's talk about it, let's da-da-da. Fuck. You saw I just ran through like 6 rings and it didn't count. So, oh, I forgot about that. And then supposedly he tried to come out a while later and say, oh, my dog got hurt. First off, you shouldn't have had your dog there. Anyway. I don't know, it's just a damn shame that he had to go and be a fucking bitch. That's the way I look at it, he's just a whiny ass bitch. Okay, the younger talent don't want to listen, so what? If he, supposedly the other thing too is he didn't want to wrestle at the level that everyone's wrestling at AEW. He wanted like a toned down style. Then you shouldn't be there, bro. What are you doing in AEW? You know, AEW, it kind of reminds me of how TNA was in the glory days. Like, there are a lot of spots, there's a lot of high athletic, high risk stuff. Mostly younger talent. If you can't hang, why are you there? Straight up. So, as a former CM Punk fan, because I lost respect for the dude, it's just sad. I mean, I wanted to see Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. And now, because of him being a whiny bitch, we can't see that. Instead of being a professional and being a grown-ass mature man, you gotta be a fucking whiny bitch. So that's what I feel about the whole CM Punk thing. He's a punk. And recently he was seen at this MMA thing, because now he's doing commentary there. And they were talking about, oh, we might do a pro wrestling fed, basically. And he's like, oh, nope, can't do that, can't be in the locker room. And he was recently taken off of the box art for AEW Fight Forever. So, it's a shame, man. I mean, it was really cool seeing CM Punk in AEW. You know, he kind of felt like he was going to really take them to more mainstream success. And he could have. And they're still selling his merchandise, supposedly. Last time I looked on the shop AEW, I think it is shop, the website, they started making, you know, Christmas ornaments, and there's a CM Punk Christmas ornament. Now maybe it was already planned. I forgot how to open that. I get lost in this level too sometimes. So, it's a damn shame, man. And, I mean, he was probably kind of miserable, too, about the foot injury. And then on top of that, after the match, he was hurt again. So, at least we got to have him there. It was kind of cool, but the rumor is now he's pretty much done with wrestling, because WWE don't want him. They're gonna be like, oh, no, no, not again. No way. So, yeah, that's my thing on that. I was a huge fan of CM Punk. He was anti-hero. In my opinion, he was the closest thing we had to a modern day Stone Cold. You know, he was a great heel, but unfortunately in real life, he's a prick. And even one of my, I have to say former friends, because he's not talking to me, Tyler, back in the day when I was like defending CM Punk when that whole thing happened and he walked out, he used to be a big CM Punk fan too, and he was like, nah, you know, he's a jerk, this and that. And I was like, nah, he wasn't used properly, you know, I was trying to defend him. Now everyone sees how he is. You know? But at least Tony Khan was cool about it and was, you know, supposed to be in one of the media scrums or whatever. He said, well, we're thankful for CM Punk and all the contributions. Part of me was hoping it was all, you know, storyline. It was all rules. Some people were saying that. Oh, that whole thing was planned. And they're just trying to build CM Punk into a villain. to a mega heal. I mean, think about it. If CM Punk was to come back, what is it, 6, 7, 8 months from now, and he heals up, and he just shows up out of nowhere unannounced. Let's just say Tony Khan and everybody paid off all these wrestling news sources, and it's a big ass rules. We're all getting trolled, and he just comes back. Could you imagine? Heel, face, whatever. I mean, this story's gotten so much coverage. Part of me, even though he's a dick, maybe he should stay. Sell merchandise. You know, stay. Come back next year. And give the fans what they want. Let's watch someone beat the shit out of him. For him being a dick, let's watch the Elite and Kenny Omega beat the crap out of him. And then finish on his contract and then go goodbye. That's what they should do. In my opinion. Because he's still on the contract. The way I look at it, if they were going to release him and buy out his contract like the rumors say, it would have happened. Or it'd be in the works, at least. Oh, hold up. We got somebody. I apologize. This is my first time actually using that chat thingy. So laggy? Really? No. It's really laggy? Like, damn. I checked it on my Xbox. It looked like it was fine. Thank you, Franco, by the way. Because this is a test run and I'm trying to make sure this is running good. I did switch it onto my Xbox